Hi, I'm Sean Finley, Executive Chef with the High Adventure Company, and we're coming to you again from the kitchen here at the North Platte Outpost Lodge in Minotare, Nebraska. You know, it's the Christmas holiday season, and you guys are going to have lots of folks over to the house for different meals and parties and things going on between now and New Year's. And one of the things that we do at Signature Lodge is our prime rib dinner. We do that probably at least once a week for our clients that are here. And it's really not to be intimidated, and it's very easy to do at home. And so we want to show you how we prep our prime rib and sear it and get it in the oven so that you can fix this meal for your family and friends over the holiday season that's coming up. So this is a whole prime. This has been aged 26 days. It's fantastic black Angus beef. And to get it ready to make into prime rib, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to trim it up just a little bit. We're going to take this skirt off. What I like to do with this is I actually cut it up and save it because I'm going to sear these pieces as well and put them into my au jus for the prime rib. This helps to flavor it really good, and we serve a cup of au jus and a creamy horseradish sauce with our prime rib here at the Outpost. Just going to trim off these little skirts here off the bottom of this beautiful piece of beef. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to look at this fat layer. You see the big fat layer on it. I don't want to trim all of that off. Just want to make sure that it's just trimmed up just enough. I still want all of this fat to, you know, melt and roast down through the meat when it's in the oven, and to help provide that great flavor that it has when it's finished. Trim the corner off here just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit more of this fat cap. And really, there you go. I'm going to step over and rinse my hands real quick. Next, we're going to season the prime rib. I'm going to take just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and put on it. And just with one hand here, I'm going to rub it into both sides. I'm going to flip it back over. Take my olive oil again, go back over it. Just a real light coating. Just enough to make everything stick. Got a blend here of about a dozen herbs and spices that we like to use. I'm going to push this into the meat. Season it up on both sides. Kosher salt. Don't like to use straight ground pepper at this process because we're going to take this and sear it, and pepper will burn on you, and obviously when it burns it creates a bad flavor on the crust, and we don't want that. I'm going to go back over this side. Not hard to do. Just a nice cutting board at home in your home kitchen. Don't be intimidated by these large cuts of meat. They cook up great in your oven. Whole family will enjoy coming over and eating it, I assure you. Okay, got it nice and seasoned. A little salt on this side. Perfect. Be right back. I'm going to rinse my hands again. Okay, so now we've got our flat griddle very nice and hot. We're going to add a little extra virgin olive oil to it. We're going to take the prime rib over there. We're going to sear it on all sides, and we're going to put it into our roasting pan, transfer it to our oven to slow cook for the next 3 hours. I'm going to turn my vent hood on. Couple of good forks, always away from you so that you don't burn yourself. I always like to start Put the fat side down first so that when I flip it the last time it sears. We get it on the other two sides and it goes right into our roasting pan ready for the oven. Doesn't take very long, just a few minutes on each side. By searing this beef, we create a really nice crust on the outside of it. It also seals in the beef and creates basically a moisture barrier so that the moisture inside of the piece of meat can't get out while it's slow roasting. At the end of the day, we have just an absolutely beautiful, juicy piece of prime rib to slice to serve to our guests. There. You can see how that nice color forms from that sear off of the flat griddle. If you don't have a flat griddle at home, you certainly could just transfer it directly into your oven and cook it. It will develop a nice crust and browning on the outside of it as well. If you do have a flat top at home or a very large flat skillet, it's a great way to do it. I like to take the time to sear all the sides if I can. That's why we're holding it up on the end here. We'll actually do the other end as well. Two really good, sturdy stainless steel forks make that a lot easier to do. We'll get this back side seared. We're going to tilt it forward. If you bring the camera in closer, you can actually see this beautiful browning of the meat that takes place right here. This is what you're looking for when you're searing it. Once again, when that roasts slow in the oven for the next 3 hours, it's going to develop a beautiful, beautiful crust to the prime rib. Last but not least, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to sear it on both ends just to kind of complete the process. Don't worry about that. It's just some of my great staff here at the Outpost Lodge just buzzing around doing their job this afternoon. We've got clients in. They didn't know we were filming. It's okay. So, seared on all sides, fat side up. We're going to take our forks. We're going to move it back into our roasting pan. That's all there is to it. I'm going to turn my flat griddle off for safety so that it cools down. I like to put about a cup of water into the bottom of my roasting pan. We've got our slow roasting Alto-Shaam oven here set on about 295 degrees. And I'm going to put it in there in the middle shelf. We're going to cook it for about 3 hours until the internal temperature is at about 122, 125. We'll take it out and rest it, and then we'll slice it for our guest for this evening's dinner. I like to cut about a 16-ounce piece for everybody. It's just awesome. Serve it with our creamy horseradish sauce that we make, as well as our au jus. So we're going to take this to the oven now. Goes in there. Shut the door, and there you have the start to a fantastic holiday meal. Slow roasted prime rib with au jus and homemade horseradish sauce. Please join our next video segments where we're also going to show you how to prepare a great salad, a great vegetable, and a great potato to go with your prime rib. Once again, I'm Sean Finley with the High Adventure Company, coming to you from the Outpost Lodge here in Minotera, Nebraska. Have a safe and happy holiday season.